Hey guys, and welcome back to the extravagant torture I'm putting myself through for your entertainment. Cause my frickin' god, R-04, I think I had so much restarts, it's not even real. But time for explanations. What the hell am I doing here? I'm gonna start off by going for no kill during this fight, because there's simply too many things that can go wrong for no damage, especially with my current gear, because I'm not allowing Ripper mode. So, not getting hit against the 4 Fenrirs isn't gonna happen, most likely. It's possible, yes, and I have done it before, and other players have done it before, but it's just... it requires a bit of luck, and camera needs to work your way. More than once did the camera just put me in a position where I can't do anything. I think it's even in this video. Now, that claw move the Fenrirs do is one of those moves we talked about in the previous video that activates in a weird... like, its hitbox is a bit weird. Like, here, I parried that, but for some reason, like, the last few frames, you can't do it anymore or something. And here I'm just panicking. I'm just mashing square because the camera was swiveling all around the place. And this was one of my more fortunate runs. It's not a clean run, it's nothing to be proud of. But considering the insane hell later segments are gonna be, like, I'm allowing myself this little bit of a bad play style. Now, for us this fight is basic cookie cutter, just perfect parry when able and try and lure them into knifing each other. Because one knife throw from one Fenrir will instantly kill the others. Or at least make them executionable. The upcoming fight, on the other hand, is obviously not designed with this run in mind. The requirements for an S rank aren't that high. You don't even need to get a full 5,000. You need to get 4,500. Which means if you just kill everyone and get a decent amount of BP, I think you've got about half an hour to do the entire shooting gallery fight, which is pretty long time. Oh, and here's another little data storage. This one took me a while to find. Like, I saw it pretty quickly, and then I got stuck here for like, what was it, 10 minutes, thinking like, how the hell am I gonna get there? That being said, my tactic for the upcoming fight is to mainly just survive. Because you'll get the kills, you'll pretty much get all the requirements if you just beat it. But considering we are not allowed to use subweapons in this run, and we only have 100 base health, we're gonna die a lot quicker. And a lot of encounters, such as against the rocket launcher soldiers, is going to be pure hell. Now my tactic for this is to, for one, change the music. Because I was getting completely bored of the music I had playing while trying this for like 15 tries, I think it was. I must have tried it. I tried it for an entire evening, and then the morning after I freshly started it again, and I got it, I think, my second try. Now my tactic here is to first collect all the items to get BP, and then just go on a mayhem. Don't care about health, because those shots barely do any damage, and you can heal it with Sandatsus. Now, afterwards, we're going to get a few rocket soldiers, and I'm going to talk about that for a moment, because that section doesn't last very long. First, there's going to be one spawning on the right tower. You can spawn kill him easily. Before you can even react, you can kill him. After you kill him, though, 2 will spawn at the bottom of the stairs. Now, normally, you can activate a couple of strategies. You can throw a smoke grenade down there, throw an EMP, use a bit of clever stinger placements to just kill them. But in this case, we just got a turret, and my tactic for this encounter, which took me a while to figure out, and it's still pretty hard to get down, I think I even fail at it in this run, at least a little bit, is to fire at one rocket soldier for about half a second, then to the other one, and then back to the first, and then back to the other one, and vice versa, to prohibit them from aiming at you with the rockets. As the first few shots, they'll need to grab the rocket launcher from their back to fire the rocket, and then they have to aim, and then they eventually fire. And in that, between those frames, you gotta hit them. And it's not easy. Like, I'm pretty good with aiming with a controller, but especially when under that type of pressure, making those precise shots just isn't gonna happen, especially in a game that's not designed as a shooter. Here you see me spawn killing this one. So what I do is I try and jump back and forth, and eventually I decide to quickly focus on one of them. Like, right here, first one, second, back to the first, back to the second, and there I screw up, and then it's like, alright, I'm just gonna kill him real quick, and now back to the first, and there we go. Now, after this, we've got two Mastiffs, who can be incredibly hellish and incredibly easy, depending on your placement on the map. Most people stay up here, and that's not a smart move. They always start off by doing their jump rush. So you want to go down here. That way it'll always hit you. So you can parry and do this. Execution time, yeah! Now with those two out of the way, we only got, I think it's two, no, 3 soldiers left. And it boggles my mind that people no damage this. Like, it's possible, but it requires just so much patience. It's not even worth it. Same with no damaging R-04. That's just masochistic. That's kind of hypocritical of me saying that, but yeah, you get the idea. Now, upcoming, we've got the Grad, and normally my tank would be just well, tank the damage. Fortunately, I'm not blessed with a big health bar, so I'm gonna die if I don't adjust my tactics. So here I am, just tanking the damage, quickly dealing as much damage as I can, and eventually I'm gonna have to resort to an alternative tactic, which is retreating and healing up, because one thing I forgot and I had to relearn is that the missiles he fires, the red ones, carry nano paste. So my tactic here, right, I'm running away, and then quickly, oh, bam, 2 nano pastes. That's another 200 health right there. I gotta be really careful here, as even a stray missile, if it hits, deals around 30 to 70 damage, which isn't a good time. One of the advantages you do have is if you get a critical hit on yourself, which means that time slows down for a second, you can keep on firing at normal speed and shoot a couple of missiles out of the sky to reduce the incoming damage. Another little fun fact I'm just gonna throw out here, because I said everything I had to say about this stupid fight. Like, why the hell is this here? This is one of the reasons I hate the Wonderful 101 in some aspects. I mean, I love the game, but it's filled with sections like this right here, and that's just stupid. But a neat little detail is if you equip the suit, or the Metal Gear Solid 4 outfit, either of them, and go on a turret, pay attention to Raiden's hands. It turns out it's just a 2D image that's always the same, meaning he's always got his original outfit claws, not his regular hands from the suit or the Metal Gear Solid 4 outfit. That's a really... like, I can understand why they did that. I mean, you gotta save time somehow. And data, but it's still a bit of a weird designer oversight, I think. Alright, there we go, our final 2 missiles. They got weird tracking, like, really weird. Now I'm back at full nano, and it's time to finish this fucker off. Like, just look at this. This used to be an office building. There used to be people working here. And now there's a maniac on the loose with a turret and a high-frequency sword, and there's a giant robot, and what? Ah, Metal Gear Rising. Will you never cease? And there we go. I even got the full 5,000. Now the upcoming fight is pretty difficult, but manageable. You just need to get lucky with perfect parries. Start off with perfect parrying. This one, execute. Now luckily we have the Psi now, which means we can control singular engagements a lot more easily, as you can stun lock one enemy, as long as the other ones don't bother you too much. So here we go, Raptor, and we stun him, and we let the Mastiff get away, and we screw up the parry because I was just too afraid. I'm gonna try and go for no damage on this run, but it's not going to be possible because there's too many things that can go wrong. But luckily, in this entire engagement, there's only 2 humanoid enemies, means we can just go for no kill. Here we go, easy cut. Now raptors one-on-one aren't that dangerous with this eye. As I mentioned before, you can just stun lock them. And for some reason stunning them makes them trip on the floor and fall down and be stunned even longer, making for a pretty easy kill. And then execute for the win. A dead raptor is a happy ride-in. Upcoming there's gonna be a bit of a weird glitch that I'm gonna show you later. I've had it happen to me quite a few times now, and I have no idea what's going on, so you can look forward to that in about a minute or so. Now I get a Mystique, and Mystiques are just flowchart right now. There we go. Still no perfect parry because it keeps screwing it up. And I was sort of a timer here because there's a soldier coming my way and I have to no-kill that fucker. So there we go. Yeah, there we go. Nice perfect parry. Now, a nice little weakness the custom cyborgs have, the one with the swords, that I found out here. I never really knew, like, what triggered it. But if you attack them from behind, they can't block you. So what you just do is you try to get behind them, or do a parry war. I think I lose this parry war. Or screw something up. You have to take into account that I'm using fraps to record, so I'm getting frame dips. Frame drops. All the time. Oh, here we go. Killing him from behind. I get frame drops all the frickin' time. And this game doesn't reply well to it. Sometimes my parries will drop, or my parries will come out later, or I won't dodge. It's nothing too serious, but it usually tends to happen in the worst case scenario, meaning I'll lose a perfect parry war or something else. And there we go. He's gone. Now, as you saw, he had a hand, and I did my best to avoid it. Because later on, hands, yeah, they kind of screwed me over. I got stuck in a situation because I grabbed a hand just at the end of a fight, meaning it saves everything from that fight. I had taken damage, and I thought maybe I can go for full 5,000, but no, I had grabbed the hand, I got 4,500, and I got stuck in the fight, meaning I had to redo almost the entire chapter. Luckily, I didn't have to redo the shooting gallery. I had made a backup. And after that went wrong, I backed up my save after every engagement. And this is a nice way to deal with them singularly. So sometimes if you see me screw up, like, what you think is, wow, that's a really easy parry, how the hell did he miss that? Well, it's probably because there was some sort of lag going on. And it's really annoying, because you know deep down that you can, you could have dodged that one, but hey, it's the way of life. On the other hand, I did spend almost 4 hours fighting Sundowner, so, and that was nothing to do with lag, that had just to do with this freaking insane handicap I put on myself with this playthrough, so yeah. Alright, quickly kill this guy, and I'm sort of looking, the glitch is already activated, I think it already has, yeah, it's already activated. I'm not going to tell you what it is, I'm going to tell you what it is when I discover it in the video, but I'm curious to see if you guys can find the glitch. Alright, quickly get the last one, kill the gecko, and no kill the, how should you call that, pacify? Disable? Anyway, this is a pretty flowchart fight. You can just stun lock him with the Sai and then cut off 2 of his limbs or 1 of his limbs and go to town. Very typical fight, but still highly enjoyable. What else is there to say? Well, the glitch is here. Yeah, I wanted to talk about why this video was a bit late. It's nothing serious, but like someone on GameFAQs, a good friend, good follower, good board user. How do you say that? Like, I don't know him personally, but he's a nice guy. He sent me a message like, hey, when's the video due? And I said, well, I had some stuff on my mind, so I couldn't play hard games. Like, don't you guys ever have that? Like, if you really got some stuff in your mind, you don't want to get owned or have to press restart every 5 minutes. You just don't want to do that.
That's my boy.
Boobies. And so, yeah, what was going on? I recently graduated about half a year ago, I think. And I couldn't find a job because I studied at the art academy, so there's barely any work. And so I decided to do a traineeship, and that got a bit out of hand. I now have a job. I'm an assistant art director, which is pretty cool. But now I've sort of reached a point in my life where I'm suddenly thinking like, what the hell am I gonna do with my life? Like, I've got a job. What am I gonna do? So I got a bit in that post-graduation blues. Like, should I get a house, get a wife, make a family? Like, what do I do? Goals, huh? And here I find the glitch. The glitch is that somehow everything wants to go outside. And I'm not even joking, even in the other rooms, everything's gravitating towards this window. And it's happened to me every time I do this. Like, I had to replay this fight, which I didn't record. This is your first take. And it happened again, so that's really weird. Here you can even see, you know, like, everything's floating towards it. Really stupid. I have no idea what's causing this, but it's pretty hilarious. But yeah, I had a bit of postgraduate blues, so that was a bit like what to do, and I eventually decided to just set a few goals. Like, I wanted to go on holiday to London. I wanted to make a new comic book this year because I made one last year, and I really like doing that. And a couple of other goals. Try some stuff I haven't done before. Like, yeah, make it interesting. Like, with school, each year you had your goal was, well, succeed and go over to the next year. And after your study, your goal is to get a job. And now that you've got a job, yeah. I mean, I love my job, I really do, but it's really hard to, like, you really gotta set some sort of goal or something for yourself, and that's pretty hard at first. But yeah, weird freaking glitch. I think I try to cut up the window here. Not really. Yeah, I think I do. And it actually tries to go out. I go a bit too overboard and eventually just destroy it all. But it's a really here you see it. Like, the leaves really want to go out. It's what the hell is causing this? Some sort of gravity thing or something? I don't know. Hit detection. If anybody has any understanding of how game programming, hit detection and stuff like that works, maybe you guys know. If you do, share it. I'm pretty interested in stuff like this. It's pretty fun. Anyway, I think I'm going to go on to the next fight finally. So sorry for that little distraction, but I thought it would be fun to show. Here, it's even going over here. Like, it all wants to go towards that direction. Now the upcoming fight is really easy. You just gotta run. There's gonna be one lone soldier. No, there's two of them, but you can just find him one-on-one. And we're gonna slice off his legs so we can pacify him. Going no damage here is nigh impossible. There's random chances of you getting hit right here, I think. Yeah, see, there you go. They'll fire a couple of missiles that are really hard to dodge. So in that case, you're just way better off to go for a no kill. Even if you don't go for either, you'll probably still get the S rank because it's got really low requirements. You get like 3,000 for doing it under 3 minutes. And then just keep running. Skip the gecko. I remember on my first playthrough I tried to fight everything here. I even tried to attack the sliders outside with rockets. Turns out they're invincible. Like, all the sliders that aren't in the hallway can't be killed. Which is a bit of a designer flaw in my aspect. Don't think enemies should be invulnerable just because you're not supposed to attack them. But I forgive this game. Like, Metal Gear Rising is one of the few games I can sometimes like forgive for stuff like that. This fight's really flowchart. We can stun lock him now. A few times I decided to stop the stun lock and go for a perfect parry, but I screwed that up, so no harm done. But it takes me back. This is also just Revengeance for all the horrible pains I had to endure in R-02 against two of these guys. I still sometimes watch that video again and sort of give myself a fist bump, like, yeah, I actually did that. 'Cause that was nightmarish. And I'm gonna be doing the same with the. Yeah, this is a weird thing going. Like, he did the special execution here, the special execution disables the animation of the execution and replaces it with an uppercut stab. Raiden puts the sword between his heels and stabs upwards. This was done because in the demo, players, me being one of them, used executions to go through the invisible walls. So if the game detects that you're going through an invisible wall, or can go through an invisible wall with an execution, it will replace the animation. Which is a good design choice in my opinion. But yeah, what I wanted to say is I'm probably gonna rewatch the end of this video as well, because the Sundowner fight, my god, I'm not even, wow. It was so ridiculous. It took me nearly a day to get it down. Now the Japanese garden fight is all sorts of hell. You can try and go for no kills, but that's not really smart, even though I do it here. You either want to go for full 5000, which is nearly impossible, or go for no damage, which is really hard as well, especially without Ripper mode, as you're on a tight clock. Now I try to go for no kill here, but I end up getting no damage. Spoilers. So yeah, this fight, it's stupid, especially without sub-weapons, because if you have a sub-weapon, it's the third wave. There's going to be one of these guys sitting on the floor at the end, at the base of the pagoda. Oh, here I'm just building calm. You need to get a 50 hit, or is it 60? It's probably 60. Yeah, it's 60. And you can, if you get too close to him, the trigger to aggro him, 2 Mastiffs will spawn, and those Mastiffs will spawn either way, depending on, no matter what happens eventually. Like you gotta walk towards the pagoda to continue on in the game. But you can lure him towards you by abusing sub-weapons. You can use the rocket launcher to just lure him your way. Unfortunately, we're not allowing sub-weapons in this run, so there's not going to be any sub-weapon use, so we have to fight all 3 of them at the same time, which is 1 custom cyborg and 2 Mastiffs. Now, with clever placement, I tried it, but it didn't work. But you can, you might be able to hit him with the Sai, but I highly doubt it. It's something of which I say it might be possible. But again, what you see me do here is try and divide and conquer. Use the bridge as cover, as Mastiffs. As Raiden, even Raiden has problems with pathfinding around that bridge. Like, the camera goes haywire on that bridge. Like, right now it seems like the camera is not, like, being really friendly, but I had to auto-correct myself, like, a ton of times. I don't know, this guy's over with. I can just go out and get my no-kill bonus easily, because the lone soldier's not going to be a problem. Though I learned that the hard way. Their kick attacks, nightmarish at times. They come up pretty fast. Their kick attacks. And it's really hard to predict. So that's really not very fun. It's really ironic how this area is synonymous with the hardest parts of the game. Even in Sam's playthrough, his hardest fight, in my opinion, is in this room. Especially when you're fighting that hand. You see me avoid it right here. That hand screwed me over once. But I get a nice, I think it's 6,000? Yeah, 6. That's a pretty good score. No damage and no kills, which is highly enjoyable. This is also the only mission, I believe, together with R-04, that you can't completely no kill. Because you need to kill soldiers on the second fight. Yeah. You might be able to get the no-kill bonus by avoiding that fight, but then you won't get it in your high score list. Because you didn't get all the fights, and you probably already got a full S rank. For some reason, that little fight right there counts as a complete stealth engagement, so you get a nice 2000 BP for it. Now, it's a stealth pass here, just go up here, stealth kill him, and then run away. Jump up there. There's a data storage around here somewhere. I think it's, if you head straight up, where I'm going now, and then down, there's a chest. Upcoming fight, not too hard. It's a non-ranked fight, so you can do what you want. You can stealth it. I kind of screw it up. But stealthing it's pretty doable. Afterwards, we got the hellish elevator engagements. Yeah, I actually jump up here, and you can normally just wait around here, and when the heavy passes by, you can jump up the crate, and then air stealth kill, like I'm doing here. But now I got spotted by the other guy, so it's not really very threatening. I think that's one of the things they also gotta fix. Like, Raiden is just too strong compared to the other enemies. Like, you've got powerful, but you've got powerful. And, like, in multiple groups, it's not really Raiden's fault, it's more of the game's fault that you're at a disadvantage, because the camera just goes haywire and the targeting isn't really that great. But regular enemies aren't a threat, like, at all. I think the only enemy that really, to this day, still scares me, aside from Mastiffs. Like, Mastiffs don't scare me because of their own abilities, but more because of the camera. They just screw up the camera so badly. But the only enemies that really worry me always are raptors. They're very annoying, very scary, they dodge perfect parries, they have ranged attacks, so which means they can chip away your non-damage tag in an instant. They always just worry me. One-on-one they're easy as sin with the Psy, but in groups, ugh. Don't remind me. This fight, this freaking fight. Do I even get it on this turn? I'm starting to feel like I accidentally... Yeah, I think I uploaded the... Is this the right one? No, it's not, man. Is it? I'm gonna laugh if it is, because I screwed up badly here. Yeah, but this fight... Oh, wait, I'm going for no kill, I think. What? Is this the right fight? Nah, I should have checked. Oh well. Anyway, yeah, in this fight, you've got 2 soldiers, 1 custom. See, there we go. Now I'm just gonna leave that in. In this fight, we've got 2 soldiers, 1 custom, 2 geckos. And the geckos are gonna spawn the second you kill 2 soldiers. They're gonna start spawning. My apologies, by the way, for including that bad clip. It was a bit bad of me, but hey, I'm a bad boy. Now, what I did here is I abused the parry war to perfect parry the gecko for a nice easy kill. And this is where I died a lot of times, like got hit. Oh, wow. Really? Did I even edit this? I mean, I knew I had a lot of trouble with this fight, but man. Didn't know it was this bad. Well, it gives me more time to explain the fight. You try and want to redirect a perfect parry war towards one of the geckos. Of course, it's barely ever going to happen. But I managed to get it. Now, don't activate it here, because then you can quickly get this one. Now, one of the big downsides here is that for about a frame in your animation, upon landing, you can be screwed up real badly, and one of their paw attacks can hit you. It rarely happens, but when it does, it's really annoying. And I think it's only on the PC version when the frame rate goes down a bit, because this game was coded around 60 frames. Which means that if it dips at around 40, certain attacks and events get delayed and bug out. I had a really fun one. I don't have the video anymore. I deleted it because I had to make space, but I used the Psy attack, like just throw a Psy at my enemy. And I did it at, I think it was like 10 frames, because I had a huge dip in my speed for some reason. And Raiden would just hang in the air like for half a minute, doing his kick animation, because the game was like, what the hell am I supposed to do? And that was really fun. I enjoyed that. Upcoming fight, you want to go for no kills again, because you got 2 soldiers, 1 raptor, and 2 Fenrir. Now Fenrir are under problem. This is also one of the rare instances you fight a chainsaw Fenrir. So that's pretty interesting, but barely a threat. I actually found out a little loop on a Fenrir here. Wow, that's probably ununderstandable. Which is just T blade mode cancel spam heavy, and then blade mode cancel, and then spam that with the pole arm. For some reason, it just makes him go berserk. Don't ask me why. Nah, I screwed up my dodge there. Got hit, but hey, still got the no kill tag, so I'm gonna S-rank this easily. For some reason, I didn't do the jump grab here, but it saves time. Do we even try it? Oh, there we go. Yeah, see? Eventually they'll jump out. Here you go. And then you can just repeat it again. It's probably too many hits for him to take. And it looks weird as hell. After this we've got a couple of other easy engagements. The first one we'll have to kill a few geckos and then just jump on the other elevator. And the fight afterwards usually is one of the hardest fights. But it's got the distinction of you having to fight a lot of UGs and only one humanoid. So what do? You guessed it. We pacify him. Which makes for an easy victory. But after that, we've got the AI fights. Now the AI fights I adore. I think they're really fun. And it was also the point in the game, like when I played this for the first time in my life. I actually almost beat it in a day. I think I did. Did I beat it in a day? No, yeah, I did. Almost there. I started on Friday. I played for like an hour, and then I had other engagements. And then on Saturday I finished it. And I even got some homework done. I remember doing some homework, like pushing myself away because I was just at the Sam fight. At least I thought it was. I didn't think it was the Sam fight. I thought, alright, chapter 6. But it was the Sam fight. But I remember getting to the AI fight and thinking, oh my god, we're gonna get like... because I thought I was like halfway through the game. I didn't know it was almost done. And I thought the AI enemies would become normal enemies. Like you'll have like a fight with like 3 AI monsoons or 2 AI mistrals at the same time. Because you know how that gets, but it turns out it wasn't. Now if you have Ripper mode, you can activate it during that quick draw and kill all the sliders at once, if your timing is right. You can also use the pincers. Depends on what you want. Depends on what you like best. Now again, this is a part where PC only... Well, I wouldn't call it a glitch, but a weird thing happens. Due to the frame rate dropping, the frame rate... Here, see... It was a small frame rate drop. The second Mastiff didn't spawn until way later. I don't know what triggered it, but it happened. I'm not gonna complain. I've done this fight so many times, and... Well... What can I really say? It's an annoying fight, but you just gotta go for the no-kill. And the Psy helps a lot for engagements like this. You can also use the high-frequency blade. I think the guy spawns over here. Yeah, I see him fall. There he is. I sort of panicked because I really wanted to get this fight over with. He's gonna do his grab, and now he's gonna do his uppercut. And there we go. And after this is just flowchart. For some reason the swing of that execution only kills Mastiffs. It's a bit weird. Like, consistency is something this game still needs to learn. Consistency in its mechanics sometimes. Ah, this guy's just easy. Hammer bro! Here you see me run away from the arm again. I'm terrified. I'm absolutely terrified that I have to redo that. Redo that entire fight. Now we're slowly gonna reach the end. We're gonna reach the AI fight. Now with the AI fight, my tactic with Mistral is to, of course, perfect parry her, but also get 15 kills and a 50 hit combo with the polearm. Because I'm gonna go for the full 5,000. I madly screw up on the monsoon fight. Because he reacts a bit differently to a Blade Mode lure. And I almost die. I think at the end I have 0 nano pastes left. As he gets quite a few good combos in. There's a nice little VR mission hidden underneath those crates. If you run away, the remains of those crates despawn, so you can just grab it. That's generally the rule in this game, even in the console version. If you cut up some objects, you can just turn around, walk away a bit, and then turn back and they'll be gone. Now we're gonna go for the final fights, and I had to replay this for a lot of times, but hey, it's doable. Mistral. Alright, first perfect parry. Get some damage in. And then go for the perfect parry. Perfect parry deals around 70% damage here. 60. With a fully leveled Murasama, you can kill her in one blow, which is pretty cool. It makes you feel like a boss. I think it's a 50 hit combo. Yeah, you gotta get a 50 hit. Now if she lands, do a forward T to get her out of your face. And light heavy. Well, for some reason she'll be afraid of it, and when she try not to approach you. I got hit here. But that's okay, because I'm not even gonna try no damaging this. Because there's lag going on, everything's going nuts here. And I think that's one of the upsides with recording on a PC. Wow. Really?
What?
I left in a lot of bad takes. That's kind of shoppy. Well, what do I want to say? One of the upsides on recording on my PC is that I can edit easier, the quality's better, and all that. But one of the downsides is that I have to live with the fact that sometimes I'm gonna get lag. That and the freaking sizes of the recordings are insane. I tried PlayClaw a bit, but it either had horrible lag or horrible video output. So I eventually just decided to stick to Fraps, or eventually buy like a really good one. What else is there to say about this fight? Not a lot. Maybe I should just start talking about Monsoon. I keep wanting to talk about Monsoon because he's just one of my favorite bosses. I'm gonna talk about Sundowner because, as per usual, I'm not gonna be talking during that fight because I wanted to keep it epic. For Sundowner, because I have no subweapons, the only way for me to kill the choppers is to get close into one of the corners. He has to stand in one of the corners and then you can hit him. And that's just too risky because you got Sundowner on the loose, and Sundowner wants your blood. So I do the entire fight with the chopper on the loose, and I have to go for no damage. I need to beat him in 5 minutes, which is pretty fast, considering there's a lot of in-game cutscenes that you can't skip in between, which almost amount to, well, I think like 2 minutes if you count the falling from the building part and climbing back up. Anyway, see me use the Blade Mode lure. But with Sundowner, like I said, I basically had to do the entire fight with my, well, it was luck based. I had to abuse the infinite, and I had to abuse constantly running away. Like, if I saw the laser dot of the chopper, I had to get out of there. And I'm not gonna make this, am I? This is another bad take. Or is it? No, I don't think it is. Like I said, I barely scraped through. I made a lot of mistakes during this fight. What else is there to say about Sundowner? I found a nice little way to completely demolish him, though it was also quite depressing. Well, like I said, I'm gonna use the infinite, which I'm gonna explain in a moment. But on my first run, I killed him by just running circles around him. I activated Ninja Run, and I just mashed square for a solid 7 minutes. And I'm not even lying, that works. It's really stupid that it works. It's really a shame that they didn't put more effort into what is, in my opinion, the best fight in the game. Or at least could have been. But he's just so broken, it's stupid. Because he turns so slow, and all his attacks are so slow, you can just run in circles around him, and nothing will happen. How I survived this? I don't know. I'd like to say skill, but but yeah, Sundown is a really bad design boss. It has so many designer mistakes, designer flaws into it. It's just a shame. Because he has the coolest song in the game. Like Red Sun. I love Red Sun. I think I get him over here. Yeah. There we go. Could have done a lot better. But I'm gonna abuse a little glitch after this. And I'm just sorry because I didn't want it. It was that or just have an annoying afternoon. Because I have 0 BP, I don't think I show it, but I buy the white outfit and I equip it and then I unequip it. What this does is the white outfit allows you to have 10 nano pastes, but the first time you buy it and equip it, it'll give you max nanos for free. And if you then unequip it, you'll have, well, max nanos, which is 5. And I abuse that because, for the simple reason, in the upcoming fight you have to get no damage. But it got really, really tedious to constantly back up my save file, and then after I got hit, which led to my death, because you can't survive any hits without nanos on Revengeance, especially with 100 base health. I constantly had to go back to the title menu, blah blah blah. It got so annoying, so I eventually just decided, let's just use the glitch and get my max nanos. Because there's no nanos to farm over here. Now, as you can see, max nanos. Now, the upcoming fight is going to be 2 raptors and 2 sliders, and this fight is luck based. See, I got really lucky with that perfect parry, and that won me the match. Without Ripper mode, this fight is luck based. Confirmed. If you do have Ripper mode, or allow yourself to use Ripper mode, this fight is pretty basic. If you have a max leveled Psy, you can throw your Psy at one of the raptors, activate blade mode mid-jump, and then activate the Psy stab, which means you have to press heavy during the lunge, which will allow you to easily kill one of them and enrage the other, and then you can just flowchart Psy kill the sliders. In this case, it was all a matter of luck, sadly. I got a bit too late with the execution here. But still, one raptor, again, especially with the Psy, is just too easy. There we go, execution, done. And upcoming is going to be Sundowner, because this was the last ranked fight. I'm going to quickly explain the infinite. It can only happen once. It has to be at the start of the fight. You have to do 2 uppercuts after dodging his rush. 2 uppercuts, then a purple Psy, and then 2 uppercuts. After the 4th uppercut, you'll launch him in the air. Then you do jump. I think it's 5 times light, 5 light strikes. Then you jump up again and do it again, and rinse and repeat for about 5 times. Because Sundowner for some reason falls a lot slower, so you can, well, keep jumping up and hitting him, but eventually he gets too low, and after that's usually about 5 times you can do it. But then I hear you say, well, what about infinite? Because that's not really an infinite, that's just a really long combo. Well, afterwards you can, he's still in the air, you've done about 5 juggles, and then you do uppercut again. Now this will put him in his juggle state again for about a second, which allows you to lock onto him and spam light attack. You can do this infinitely until either the helicopter stuns you or you kill him. I might do a separate video of me just fighting him separately, like with a fully leveled Murasama, see how that goes. It's probably gonna kill him in seconds. As you can see here, I actually found this out right here, I'm not gonna lie. I suddenly thought to myself, wait, maybe I can hit him. But it doesn't do any damage. At least I don't think it does. And if it does way too little because I haven't leveled up my Psi. So I thought, what happens if we activate the purple mode? So here we go. And stunned, and they disappear. It's fun that it actually works. But upcoming is the Sundowner fight. I'm gonna shut up. And I hope you enjoy, because this was one of the hardest things I have done in Metal Gear Rising. And that means including the fist fight.
Explosive armor! Raiden, keep your blade away from that shield! Can't break this shield, Jack! I'm fucking invincible! Can't break this shield, Jack! Can't lay a finger on me! Come on! Try it! I'm fucking invincible! Can't lay a finger on me! Come on! Try it! Can't break this! It's over!
That was one hell of a fight. I had to redo the final section of me on the sliders a couple of times to farm more kills in BP because I didn't have enough. Impossible. It's supposed to be really easy with subweapons. But the requirements... Sundowner's a weird fight. Like, he's stupid easy. But getting an S rank on him is really hard. Like, there's a lot of factors that can go wrong. And it's just stupid. But, yeah. Like I said, one of my tries was just me ninja running circles around him. And sometimes... on a lot of my tries... because I tried fighting him for, like, a day, almost. A lot of my tries, I... eventually, like, when he got to 20%, I resorted to ninja running at him constantly to be safe. And it just costs way too much time. Like, I always got, like, 5 minute 5, 5 minute 2, 5 minute 7. And you need 5 minutes. So that was really hard. But I'm upgrading the pincer here, because the pincer is amazing. It's it is the best weapon in the game, period. Bar none. The damage output that thing has is just insane. Even on Revengeance, it kills everything. That being said, upcoming is going to be R-05 and R-06 in one video, because hey, they're 2 short chapters and we want to finish this. So I'm going to see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed, and this has been your boy Roy, torturing himself for your enjoyment. Take care.